Revis, he had left already. I think he was playing with the Bucks, but they still had a number 24 out there. So I was talking to Akeem to leave and like Chris Harris on the sideline. I was like, damn. Revis them got small. And they looked at me, they said, "Oh yeah, you need to get checked out, bro. You need to get checked out. You need to get checked out, bro. You need to get checked out."
What's up, guys? It's the St. Brown Brothers. We're back with another episode 4 of season 3. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing. Make sure you guys do subscribe. Make sure you guys turn that notification bell on to get all the notifications. Talking about football, Saints. You guys lost to the Eagles.
We did.
Am I correct in saying that?
You are correct, sir.
So all you Saints fans that were on my dick, you guys, they lost.
What's your record?
We're 2-1.
Okay. So, yeah, like, I don't know when's the last time a team went undefeated. I think it was the Dolphins. I don't remember when that was, but, you know, it's at some point in the season, you're going to face adversity. You're going to lose a game. Like, that's just.
It was a good game. I didn't see the whole game. I was, in the locker room.
Yeah, I'll say shout out to our defense. They held them to 0 points in 3 quarters. They were balling out.
What happened on offense?
It's just we didn't score enough. At the end of the day, we didn't outscore them. They outscored us. That's the base of it. Like, we didn't play a shitty game. They played a great game.
I know that, obviously. That's how football.
Yeah.
The team with the most points.
Yeah.
Win.
So you're trying to
clickbait me and
say some shit. No.
I'm asking what happened with the offense. I didn't see the game. Like
nothing happened.
I swear it was like end of third quarter and it was 3-0. I'm like, no way, there's no points.
Yeah, nothing happened. It was they played great on defense and we played great on defense. Like nothing crazy happened.
What on the offensive side of the ball? Like what wasn't clicking? Because the first two games.
Well, we won. We had 2 injuries.
Can I talk? The first 2 games, it was like you would think. I mean, you had the best offense in the league. You guys were scoring every point, every drive, and now it's like.
Well, can I speak?
Go ahead.
Well, first our center went down. Our Pro Bowl center went down.
Oh, was that
early?
McCoy?
Yeah, early.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah. So that was tough on the O-line. We had to switch some guys around, and they had a good defensive plan. They put a lot of dudes on the line, so try to stop the run at first because we were running the ball on everybody. And and our defense played great. They made some poor decisions on their team to go for it and not kick and then kick.
She just keeps looking at me. I'm like, what's up?
Oh my God, his girlfriend's interrupting. Go ahead. Like,
that's fine.
Tell her to make a TikTok.
They can't see that.
Tell her to make a TikTok.
He said go make a TikTok.
I'm
joking.
Did he say that?
No, he didn't say that. Keep going.
Okay. Yeah, so our defense balled out. We played great. But at the end of the day, in the fourth quarter when it was time to win the game, they won the game, we didn't. That's just what happened. It's not like they whooped our ass. It's just like a back and forth type of game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like. Can we talk about that Devonta Smith hit? What was that?
Yeah, about? I don't know why they act like it's all crazy. The ref didn't blow the whistle yet, and the D lineman just hit him with his shoulder.
What do you mean? Whoa!
Yeah.
No, they didn't just hit him with his shoulder.
He did.
What did he catch? Like a 5-yard in or something? Was getting tackled
and
held up for like 2 seconds.
Okay, what do you want? It's
by
the
like
NFL.
3 dudes, and then the D lineman comes out of nowhere, right in the head.
It's the NFL. What do you want him to do?
And then what makes it worse is the dude. His helmet was off. Then another Saints player just jumps on him. I know he was trying to get the football, but still,
exactly.
Crazy. Like,
okay, so let me explain what happened. Since you weren't there, you're just watching the shit on fucking Twitter.
I'm watching on. What do you mean?
Exactly. So did you hear the whistle on Twitter? No, they didn't blow the whistle.
I already know they didn't blow the whistle. I already know that, but I'm saying.
Okay, so what do you want him to do? He's supposed to hit it's football. He's supposed to hit the guy with the ball. That's what he did.
Just hit him in the dome piece?
No, he hit him with a shoulder in his chest. It wasn't illegal. His helmet was loose already. He needed to strap that shit up. That's why that shit came off. And then he fumbled. Like, injuries happen in football. Like, he wasn't trying to hurt him. Like, he just ends up being a D lineman.
He wasn't trying to hurt him. Yeah,
exactly. He happens to be a D lineman, and Devonta Smith happens to be a smaller receiver. And that's what happens when you get hit by a big dude. Like,
right in the head.
Bro, his shoulder.
The dude was getting grabbed by. He was tackled already. There was 3 dudes on him. He was going.
Let me ask you this. if this was the Lions player doing this, if this was your defense, what would you be saying?
What do you mean? What would I be saying? That's a crazy hit.
Crazy hit. Okay. What else?
It's a crazy hit. It was a crazy hit. I'm watching.
Okay.
I'm like, damn.
Okay. It's crazy. It's crazy. Cool.
Like, but not in a
Now
good
what?
way. Not in a good way though. That's what I'm saying. It's a crazy hit in a
So
bad
if
way. Like,
so if Aiden did this, you say it's crazy in a bad way?
Aiden wouldn't do that. That's the thing. He wouldn't.
Oh my God.
He's not just trying to take heads off. Like obviously,
Oh,
defense
yeah.
they're running and hitting. But the dude, watch the play.
Bro, we're taught to play hard, bro. Play through the whistle. Like, I don't know what you want. Like,
So are we.
play through
We're
the-
taught to
All
play
right,
hard
then.
too.
So, like, exactly. So, what do you want to do? Hit him low?
No, don't hit him
Alright,
low
then.
either. He couldn't hit him low.
So,
There was people wrapped up.
so hit him where? Where do you want him to hit him?
You don't need to hit him. He's already down.
He wasn't down. He wasn't down.
He was going back. Okay, first of all, he was going backwards too. It
The
wasn't like he
whistle
was.
wasn't blown, bro.
Listen,
What do you want him
it
to
wasn't like he was gaining yards. He was going backwards. Like
do? And?
he wasn't gonna. He wasn't gaining any yards. It was over.
And? What
Bro,
does that mean?
it
What does that mean?
It
What does
was
that
a
mean?
nuts hit. From
What does
my
that mean?
POV, it was nuts.
Okay. It was crazy. It's
Your
football.
POV might have been different. From my POV, it was
see,
crazy.
lines are soft. Lines are soft nowadays. Like, come on.
First off,
Anyways,
did you see? Oh, I have one more thing. Did you see? My old teammate CD Chauncey Gardner's. Did you see what he said about the Saints?
no, I did not.
He said, don't quote me, but like something in the realms of you guys are pretenders, not contenders. And then he said, what did he say? Like something like you guys have Derek Carr at quarterback. Something like that. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, whatever he said, they just won the game. He's on his high horse. I mean, you play with him. He talks crazy shit. Like whatever he says out of his mouth is whatever. You don't really pay attention to what he says. Like he's a little loose in the head. Like
He's what?
a little loose in the head. Talking crazy shit. Like it is what it is. Like run his mouth. He won the game. Good for him. Like,
Are you guys pretenders or contenders?
what do you think?
I'm asking you. You're
We're
in the
contenders.
building. You're in the
We're
building every
contenders.
day.
We're contenders.
Okay,
We know
fair
that.
enough.
Okay.
Fair enough.
What
fair
do you
enough.
think?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't watched
Okay.
any of your guys' game. I mean, I haven't watched too many of the games. Just see the end of final score, blowout, and then or all these points, then not a lot of points. It was kind of weird.
I mean, it's almost impossible to keep that up for a whole season.
Obviously, but like
yeah,
that
yeah.
low was crazy.
Oh, okay.
How many points did you guys score?
12.
Was that 4?
That's one. No,
Is
no,
that-
no. One touchdown, and then we went for 2, and then I think 2 field goals,
Got it.
something like that. But you guys only scored 20, so like it's not that. It's like that's one touchdown more. Like let's fucking pipe down here. Okay, let's fucking slow your
But I'm
fucking
saying
roll.
you guys
Slow your fucking
scored
roll.
40-40 and wait.
Slow your fucking roll.
This is it. 40-40, 12. Ours was 26-20-20. So it's like
Yeah, so you guys consistently fucking average. Like, what's
I'm
your
just
point?
saying, like you're
What's your point?
like I said, you guys are going from here to here.
And then we're gonna shoot back up this week. So
You'd like to go like this in the league, just a slow up,
Of course.
You don't want to do this.
You're gonna fight
don't wanna do that.
adversity. You're gonna face adversity
You don't
every
want
now
to do
and then.
that.
As long as you
just
trend
saying,
upwards
you
towards the
don't
end of
wanna do
the
that.
season, you're good. I hope you guys trend upwards because you guys are trending down too, right? What'd you guys score?
We're trending down.
Yeah, what'd you guys score?
We're at 20 points.
And what'd you guys week before?
20,
And the week before that?
26.
So it's trending fucking down.
It's pretty even though. It's not like this.
But it's trending down. It's
pretty
trending down.
even.
It's trending down. But you're
pretty
trending
even.
down here. We're trending down from up here. So like, yeah,
They might have figured your shit out. Defenses.
no. It's copycat league. So we all know the next team we play, who's the Falcons, they're gonna try to copy the Eagles.
Correct.
But then we have to figure it out. Like we know what they're gonna do. So
I hope so.
yeah. So tell me about your game. Like in Arizona, did the trip disappoint? Like how was that?
I was thinking pregame. I was like, damn, what should my caption be if we win? Trips to AZ never disappoint.
You can't do that. you can't do that.
But nah, the stadium was lit. I never played there. I was like, damn, this is a lit stadium.
How was the grass? Was the grass good or bad?
Good. It's always good, right?
No. Like towards when it gets messed up a little bit, it's terrible.
Grass was amazing.
Okay.
Stadium walk is nuts. They have you walk the whole stadium to get to your locker room. The longest walk I've ever had in my life.
Longer than the Vikings? The Vikings make you walk on the field.
Longer than the Vikings. Because you
Yeah,
had to go straight and then make a left and then keep walking. I'm like, yo, if something happened to you, like you got hurt or like you rolled your ankle after a game, you got to walk this. But what?
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that. But nah, the stadium was dope. It was closed, indoors, obviously. So many Lions fans. I swear it was like half and half. It was like a half home game, half away game. It was crazy. It was lit though.
They're coming out of nowhere nowadays, the Lions fans. They've been in the closet for years.
What do you mean?
They've been hiding in the closet for years. Now all of a sudden they all want to come out.
Rightfully so.
Like, bro. Like,
Rightfully so.
Bandwagon ass fans. Like, come on.
There's not bandwagon.
There ain't no Lions fans in Arizona.
Real ass Lions fans.
Like,
best fans in the world.
Okay, continue. What happened? I seen the hook and ladder. I seen your touchdown. Tell me about the celebration. Like,
you see the hook and ladder?
Yeah. Because I went on the stats. So I went on the stats of your guys' game to look at your stats after the game. And I seen that Jahmyr Gibbs had a receiving yards, but 0 catches. I'm like, how the fuck did that happen? It was a weird thing. I thought it was a glitch. I'm like, okay, they probably forgot to put the catch on there, but like now I see. So he caught the fucking toss from you. So
the good old shake and bake. We've been working it. Plays that you work in like camp. Some trick plays that you work, you just keep them, under wraps. That shit's been heating up. We've been cooking that sucker. We ran it once in camp against the defense. Worked perfect, just like in that. But he didn't score. He got to like the one, worked like a charm. And then we didn't run it like in a live, against our defense since then. And then we had it up this week. We repped it like one time in practice. Shit looked beautiful. Get to the game. He calls it. We're in the huddle. And, Jared gets the play call before all of us. He goes, oh, yeah, let's go. I like this. I'm like, fuck the play call. He goes, shake and bake. I'm like, oh, fuck. Here we go. So I get out there. Usually, we run like a 5-yard in. I'm running a 5-yard in. Then he comes out the backfield, whatever. But you ideally don't want to risk press because you don't want to mess up my timing with the catch and everything. I get out there. I'm like, fuck, he's pressed. So, like, now I got to beat him off press. I got to get a clean release. So I got to have the best route of my life. I get a solid release. Boom. Catch it. As I'm catching, I'm like, bro, I don't even see Jahmyr. Where is this nigga? Like, I don't see him. I catch it. He comes out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, I toss it to him. I keep running. I look back. I just hear the whole crowd screaming. I'm like, oh, shit, this shit worked. That shit was crazy, bro. One of the hardest plays, like, that I've ever been a part of. But I knew from the start that play was always going to work. It never didn't work when we ran it. Even in practice, I was like, bro, this play is insane.
Okay. And then
you see my rack roll?
Yeah, but I seen a route, bro. Like, I know that DB was hot because he was on you like wide on right, so like the whole way. I was at Dave & Buster's after my game, and we were watching it, and I'm obviously just watching you, and I seen the route. He strapped, and he threw it to you, and you scored. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? I know the DB was hot.
Jahmyr was wide open too.
I know the DB was hot. Like,
he's on me, bro. The thing is, Jared's like. My first read's not there. I'm coming to you. And the thing is, his first read was there, but I knew like before the play, like I gotta run a pretty good route here because he might throw it to me. I run it. The dude was on me, but like body ball. I'm in front of it. He's not stopping it. Yeah. I'm like, fuck, I need this touchdown. I scored. So this is how I thought of the celebration. I'm thinking before the game, like the night before, what should I do? I was gonna do the thing, the dance you showed me. This one.
Yeah.
I told him all week I'm doing that, and then I think Colorado played the night before our game. And I wake up in the morning, I think it was or something. I see him doing like a crawl. I'm like, the fuck is this? It's kind of crazy.
Snap?
Travis Hunter. Kai. Like he got it from Kai Snap. Told him to do it.
Yeah.
But it looked funny. I was like, what the hell? This shit look funny. So I'm like, let me do that. But let me add a little twist. I said, whenever I score, whoever's a running back in the game, I'm going to toss you the ball. You just toss it. I'm going to go chase it down. So when I scored, I was looking for the running back. I was like, where's Jahmyr? I found him. I tossed him. He had a nice roll too. Rolled it soft.
So were you a rat or a dog? Like,
I'm both. I'm crawling like a rat, but I'm
a rat dog. A rat dog. That's a good one. The fans will love that one. But yeah, I sent you another TikTok. Look at it of what you should do next time you score. Don't tell them now. Just next time you score, do it.
I need to score. I need to get in the fucking paint more.
So when you score, you need to find the camera and do it. And then when you post it, put the song overlay on it. She'll be tough.
That's another thing, bro. In Arizona, when Demo first scored, usually there's a camera that runs up to you and gets like close to you. There wasn't any of that in Arizona. So Demo scored the first touchdown. He was looking to celebrate. There was no camera. We're like, Demo's like, where's the camera? I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm looking around. I said, fuck it. I just did the camera to Demo and he started celebrating. I was like, what the hell is the camera? But I've never been in a game where there's no camera on the sideline. Like,
I wonder if that's like a production thing, depending like if it's like Fox, CBS, or depending on what time the game is. I wonder why that is.
Bro, I've never had that. Not in any. Well, yeah, I haven't seen that ever. I don't know what that was.
Interesting.
Jam was like, if I score, bro, I'm taking the fun. But what are you doing? He's like, Bro, I'm hopping on that camera. I'm getting on it. Like, don't hit me. I'm gonna go on the camera and start recording. I'm like, shit, go ahead.
Who did that? Ocho Cinco or
Yeah, Ocho did it.
yeah?
Yeah, that shit would be
did you-
hard.
I know you were playing, so I don't know if you obviously didn't watch it, but the Rams came back on the Niners hella cray. They were losing the whole game and they won in the last second. I didn't watch it either. I was watching your game, but
I heard about it. Yeah, I saw. I was like, damn, Niners 1-2.
Yeah.
What the Rams are 1-2 also. Yeah. Listener, when it comes to talking football, music, locker room talk, I've got you covered. But who do you turn to when you need smart financial decisions? If your answer is our sponsor, NerdWallet, then you're absolutely right. And if it's not, let me change your mind. The nerds at NerdWallet have spent thousands of hours researching and reviewing over 1,300 financial products, and they have the tools you need to make smarter decisions. Looking for a credit card? Go beyond the basic comparisons. Filter for the features that matter to you and read in-depth reviews. Ready to choose a high-yield savings account, get access to exclusive deals, and compare rates, bonuses, and more? House hunting? View today's top mortgage rates for your home sweet home. Make the nerds your go-to resource for smart financial decisions. Head to nerdwallet.com/learn more. NerdWallet. Finance smarter. Disclaimer. NerdWallet, Compare Inc., NMLS 1617 53-9. Obviously, you've seen the Steelers are 3-0. Your boy, Justin Fields,
I have. Proud of him,
is
man.
atop of the AFC North. Yeah, AFC North. What are your...
Do you know your divisions or not?
I do. You want test me right now?
Okay. Colts.
What are they in? Like AFC South? No.
Okay.
Yeah, AFC South. AFC South.
Okay, that's it.
Fuck was so funny.
That was it.
Watch this.
Go ahead.
Name all the teams in the AFC South.
Colts, Texans, Titans. What was the last one? I'm forgetting. Shit.
Exactly.
No, I'm forgetting the last one.
You want me to help you?
Hold on. Colts, Texans, Titans. Some weird ass team.
Jaguars.
Jaguars. There we go. I knew I was missing some weird team.
NFC West.
AFC West. Chargers.
No, NFC West.
Oh, NFC West. Niners, Cardinals, Rams, and Seahawks. Okay. I know them all. Anyways.
Well, yeah. I know you see the Steelers. Justin Fields. Yeah. 3-0. Number one, how do you feel? Number two, is he the starter? If you're the coach, is he starting the rest of the year?
Of course. I'm gonna start him the rest of the year, like 3-0. Like, what? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like, okay. I'm confused.
Okay.
I'm confused.
Okay.
Balling out. I'm sure that I'm not in the team. I'm not on the team. I'm not in the building, but I'm sure the team loves him. I'm sure they're fucking happy as shit. 3-0. What are the Ravens are what 1-2. What's the one called? Bengals 0-3. Like, I'm sure they're happy as shit. Like, just top of division. I know I have some Steeler friends. They're happy as shit. Like, and I'm happy for my boy Justin. He's balling out. Got a chance. He got traded, and now he's balling out. So good for him, man. You think he feels some type of way towards the Bears? I can't speak on him. I don't know. I'm sure he. Bro, at this point, this isn't ESPN. No. I can't. I don't know how he feels, but I'm sure he doesn't care. I'm sure he's happy to be with Steelers and win games. Like, you don't think he cares? No, I think he cares about Steelers, and we need to get him back on the podcast. Actually, I might hit him up. Hey, let us know what you guys think about that. I'm sure the fans want Justin. You guys want Justin back? Like, who'd you rather have, Justin Fields Part 2 or J-Mo? Let us know. Because J-Mo is still, still ducking. So, would you rather have J-Mo or Justin Fields? Both two great people, but let us know who'd you rather. Who you'd rather have? Since we're talking about divisions, real quick, NFC North, the Vikings 3-0. Are you surprised? Like, tell me about that. Like, what's going on in the NFC North? Like, am I surprised? So, great question. Yeah. Surprised, yes, but I mean, yeah, I'm surprised. That's it. Like, but what? What was the but? They're playing really well. I haven't watched like the whole games, obviously, but looking at the scores, I don't know. I think later in the season. I don't know when we play them. I don't not coming up for anytime soon. I don't think so. We got the
Seahawks, then we got a bye, then we got the Cowboys, and then
Early bye.
Crazy, huh?
Yeah,
Why'd they
sucks.
give us the week 5 bye?
Shit organization?
Usually they give teams like you guys the week 5 bye. I don't know why they give us that.
I don't know.
Crazy, but it'd almost be like 3 years in a row for you with a week 5 bye. But I don't know why they gave it to us. Usually they give teams like you the early bye, but it might help us out. If you have injuries, it's always nice. But yeah, Vikings are playing at if you just looking at the scores, they're playing at an elite level. I think Texans are a pretty good team.
Niners, pretty good team.
Playoff team last year. Beat the Niners, beat the Texans pretty convincingly. Like I said, haven't watched the tape. I don't know what really happened in that game, but just looking at the score, Vikings look pretty dangerous this year. We gotta be ready for them.
And before we cut this shit off, what happened to USC up in Michigan?
I didn't even see it, bro. I only saw the last 3 minutes.
You didn't even watch the game? Why not?
Because I was on a flight to Arizona for 4 hours. It's a terrible time. We left right when the game started. I'm really trying to keep up. I'm like, bro, the Wi-Fi's not working.
It's tough.
I turn it on with
it's not the Pac-12
2
anymore,
minutes
buddy.
left. Bro,
it's not
relax.
the Pac-12 anymore, buddy. Like,
what is Notre Dame doing?
we have the same record as you, I believe.
Who'd you guys lose to, though?
I don't remember.
Appreciate you guys coming on the show. That's all I had to hear. He don't remember now. The man has amnesia. I would too.
I'm a week by week type of guy. Like,
I would too if I were you.
I'm a week by week
Notre
type of
Dame,
guy.
I'd have amnesia.
Like in 10 weeks, I'm not thinking about what happened this week. You know what I mean? Like, I'm worried about this week, and this happened 3 days ago. Y'all lost to the fucking Wolverines. Like, come on, bro. Like, be for real. Like, last time we played Michigan, I think we whooped that ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, guys, don't know what he's talking about, but now it's time for our sponsored segment from our special football correspondent, Michigan 2-time All-American Jake Butt.
Listen, Amon-Ra, bro. I tried to tell you. You guys got that sexy Lamborghini. You got the bells and whistles. You're out in L.A. It looks nice. And boy, I'll tell you what, when Miller Moss dropped back and he threw a couple really beautiful passes, it looked nice. But you were coming out to the Midwest, baby. You're coming out and got a quick, fast lesson in Big Ten football, baby. Running the ball. We beat you guys without even throwing for 40 yards. And the worst part is you knew that was going to be the game plan the whole way. It was a beautiful victory. I tried to warn you. You didn't bring your lunch pails. I will say this, though. I'm not selling my USC. I'm not selling all my stock. I still believe in Danton Lynn and Lincoln Riley. But there's levels to this, baby. That's real Big Ten football.
Jake, my man, I know, look, hats off to you guys. You guys beat us. However, like I said, I didn't get to watch much of the game. We threw a pick six. I know that for a fact. My homies that watched the game said the refs were on the let me say it again. They said the refs were on their knees. They were blowing the game. That's what I heard. That's all I heard about the game. The refs were going crazy. So I didn't see too much of it. I saw the last 2 minutes where the guy broke the tackle for 60 yards. Lucky. You guys got a dive on 4th and 2. Crazy. But rushing or throwing for 37 yards and still beating us is nuts, I must say. But it was our first game in the Big Ten. What do you expect? We traveled what? The flight is 4.5 hours. Dudes are probably jet lagged, time change, all this. Let us get used to it. The change of, the time change, the traveling, we'll be good. It was the first game.
Of course, EQ, we got to give you a shout out. Congrats to Notre Dame. You did get a win. That's always good. But NIU got a loss. You were hoping NIU might win 9-10 games. That way that loss didn't look that bad, but they lost. All good, though. Got a win. Not much margin for error for the Irish, though. All right, all that aside, let's get back to my picks. I hope you guys tailed me last week. You would have been 3-0. If you hit a parlay, you would have been rich. We hit on all 3 of our picks. So I got a new one cooked up for you this week. Thursday Night Football. Cowboys on the road against the New York Giants. The line, the Cowboys are favored by 5.5 right now. And, of course, the Giants have been a punching bag to start the season, but they did get a win as sloppy as it was last weekend. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, not looking too good. So at this line, 5.5, I'm picking the Giants to cover that spread. Giants plus 5.5. And I got some data for you here. The Giants have covered the spread as underdogs in their last home games 7 out of 10 times. They've only lost by more than 4.5 points. Okay. Now, remember, the spread is 5.5 points. They've only lost by more than 4.5 points at home in 1 of their last 7 games. So those are 2 nice trends to follow. Also, what we did last week when we were betting, I took the home team with an experienced head coach. Both teams have coaches with experience. But I'm picking the Giants here because they're home. That's a long way to travel on a short week. And though I do think the Cowboys are going to turn things around, there's just simply not enough time. Monday, Tuesday, you have to travel Wednesday to correct some of the errors that they have right now. Giants will cover 5.5 points. Lock it in. Okay, the over-under is, I think it's 43.5, 44, 44.5. It's moved a bit. I'm going to stay away from that, though. And my next 2 picks, this is where you can make some big-time cash. Singletary, the running back for the Giants, anytime touchdown. The Cowboys are absolutely horrendous. They cannot stop the run. They're number 1 in rush yards allowed across the entire NFL this year. They've given up 8 rushing touchdowns through 3 weeks, and Singletary has a touchdown in 2 of 3 weeks. So it does feel like the Giants are going to be able to run the football. Obviously, Singletary will be able to. He's going to score a touchdown. The other pick is the Cowboys. They got to figure this thing out. What do you do when you're struggling? You give the ball to your best players. That means CeeDee Lamb, anytime touchdown. You can go ahead and lock that one in. Saw a little frustration on the sideline between CeeDee and some of his teammates last week. They're going to put that behind them on a short week when you can't scheme complex game plans. You just give the ball to your best players. The Giants' secondary has looked shaky at best. CeeDee Lamb, anytime touchdown. Singletary, anytime touchdown. And Giants to cover 5.5 points. All right, let's go to Sunday's spread, okay? Thursday, that's the Thursday bets. Let's go to my bets for this weekend. We got the Bears, minus 2.5 over the Rams. I'm riding with the Bears in this scenario. Now, of course, what are you thinking on paper? The Rams are a better run organization than the Bears, at least in recent years. I get it. But I have real concerns about the Rams. They're already 0-2, they've lost 2 road games on the season so far. One of those, they got absolutely smoked by the Arizona Cardinals. They're also 5-14 in their last 19 road games. So this is much a bet against the Rams as much as it is for the Bears. The Bears have been rolling at home. They're riding a 6-game home winning streak. And Williams, coming off his best game. There's an exponential growth factor to these young rookies. You get better, you get better, you get better every single week. Bears win minus 2.5. All right, Steelers Colts. The line right now is 39.5 for over under. I'm going to take the under. Right here, again, I'm following trends. Steelers. The under has hit in 3 games for them this season. So you just might as well, whoever the Steelers are playing, take the under. Why? Because their defense. That's how it's always been under Mike Tomlin. Great defense in a run-first offense. This is going to be a slowed down game. Not many points scored at all. Anthony Richardson, boy, is he talented, but boy, does he make some mistakes. He makes 5 throws that you say, wow, only Anthony Richardson can make that throw. And then he makes another 5 that say, Anthony Richardson, what the heck were you seeing out there? This is going to be a sloppy game by Anthony Richardson, which leads into the narrative of a low-scoring defensive game. 39.5 points. It's low. I'm still taking the under. All right, last one. Let's wrap it up. Bengals versus the Panthers. The line in that game is set at 48.5 points. I'm going to take the over. Holy cow, the Panthers. They might have found something with Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket. Again, I'm not selling all my Bryce Young stock. That's not what I'm saying. I actually think he can do well in the right system. But boy, did they look like a completely different team last weekend. Their willingness to throw the ball and push down the field and the comfort with Andy Dalton under center look completely different. Bengals defense, particularly in the back end, has looked shaky. The Panthers will be able to put up points. Well, the Bengals will get T. Higgins back this week. That is a big-time positive. Teams have been double-teaming Jamar Chase, completely trying to take him away. Now you can't do that with T. Higgins back. They got firepower. The Panthers, believe it or not, I can't believe I'm saying it, look like they have firepower. There's going to be a lot of fireworks over 48.5 Bengals-Panthers. Those are my 3 picks. You got the 3 from Thursday Night Football. Guys, let's see if we can do it again. I'm trying to make you some money. It's NFL week, and FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, has a special offer to kick us off. Now through September 22nd, all FanDuel customers can bet $5 and get a 3-week free trial of NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Then with the YouTube TV base plan, you'll be able to watch every regular season Sunday afternoon out-of-market game. All you need is a Google account and a current form of payment, and you can cancel anytime. Just visit FanDuel.com/SBB to download America's #1 sportsbook.
All right, guys, we're back with another episode. What is this? Episode 4 now, season 3. We got another very special guest, 3-time All-Pro, 2-time Super Bowl champ, Super Bowl 50 MVP, the one and only Von Miller. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Hey guys, I appreciate y'all for having me.
You already know, man.
Yeah. So I know you had a game yesterday, so appreciate you coming on today. Blowout. I only watched like the first half.
Man, well, the game was crazy.
Yeah, I stopped watching it. I was like, let me watch this Bengals game. But how was that? Like, I know y'all 3-0. Y'all doing well. Y'all rolling right now. How's it been going out there?
It's been going good, man. We just been trying to keep things simple. That's been our mantra this year, is just to really focus on us, and just taking one play at a time. I know it sounds cliche, but that's what we've been doing, and it's just been working for us, man. It's been working for us. I think when you really surrender to the outcome, like not really trying to win or lose, but just trying to go out there and play football, it kind of just clicks for you, and that's what's been happening for us.
Man, you have a sack a game. I see. What's your goals this year? You got like a sack goal every year, or you just play it by ear?
No, I don't never set goals. When I was back at Texas A&M, I think it was my sophomore year, and I looked at the schedule, and I was like, I think I should get 10 sacks this season, and I ended up getting 3, and I was like, damn, like I can't like set goals no more. I'm just gonna go out there and play, and I went out there and played the next year, and I led the NCAA with 17.5. So each and every year, I just try to go out there and just, take advantage of all the opportunities that you get. Because sometimes a sack might fall into your lap.
Right.
So I like to take advantage of all those and just go out there and play, man. That's my motto.
Bro, I was telling, we had Aiden on the show. As an edge rusher, all you really need is a sack a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're good. So all you really do is you need to make one play a game all year, in every game, and you're straight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, one. That's all it. And I tell the offensive linemen this. I'm like, y'all really got a hard job, because y'all can be perfect all game long and miss one block, and now the game is over with. And I'm sitting over here on the other side, and I made one play all day, and it was a big play, but one play all day, and it changed the whole game. So I like my job. I like what I do. We kind of like the receivers. I'm kind of like the receivers on the defense, and the offensive linemen.
We can't just have one catch in the game.
Yeah.
Like, we got to have more than one
No,
catch.
but I know what you're saying, but like if a DB has a great game and then one play, 6-yard bomb touchdown, game over. Like I know what you're saying. Like they would be perfect every play.
Be perfect.
Yeah. So I kind of get that.
Yeah, that's nuts, bro. If we can make one play a game, I mean, our life would be a lot easier. But
way easier.
we don't play edge rusher, man. That's
it could be a big play though. It could be a 97-yarder, 100-yarder, one catch, 100-yard.
The odds of a 97-yarder is slim to none, bro.
I take an 80. I take an 80 and a 72.
So we're gonna get into our get to know you questions that we ask all of our guests. Actually, I'll start it off first. I know you like the outdoors, fishing and whatnot. You still go fishing for those hammerhead sharks? I gotta know.
So that hammerhead shark fishing trip that you're talking about, I went on a fishing charter, like in Miami. Went on a fishing charter. I think we were fishing for dolphin or dolphin fish or something, mahi, and nothing was biting. We was out there for like 6 hours, and then it started to come to the end of the 8-hour tour. Around like hour 7, our fishing guide, he said, "Hey, y'all want to catch something big?" And I was like, "Yeah." Let's do it. And he pulled out a whole different rod and like put this huge like I don't even know what that bait was, but he threw it on there, and in 15 minutes, the fishing rod just went straight down. And me and my buddies, we was trying to reel in for like 45 minutes, and we didn't even know what we had. We just knew it was big because we was like taking turns, like one at a time, like reeling it in. And about after like 45 minutes, it got close, and I was like, bro, that's a hammerhead shark. And then they pulled it on the boat, and we taking pictures with it and stuff, and it's got blood going everywhere, and people went crazy over that shark video. They went crazy over that shark video.
Man, how heavy is the hammerhead?
It had to be like 10 feet. It had to be like 10 feet. But when you see the picture, it's like you got like the blood, so I can see how people would be upset about it. But we let the fish go. It ended up being this huge ordeal, but got everything settled, man.
Yeah.
Fishing trip. That was a crazy fishing trip. But yeah, I like to fish, hunt, spend our time outdoors. I've been golfing for like 4 years now. I just like being outdoors, man. I'm from Texas,
Right.
country boy at heart, right outside of Dallas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, real quick. You pulled a hammerhead shark onto the boat?
They pulled it on the boat, and it's illegal. I didn't know nothing
crazy.
about that. They pulled it onto the boat, which is illegal. You gotta take pictures with it in the water. But yeah, it ended up being like this crazy ordeal.
Yeah, I would never, because they can still move, right? Like they're not dead. They can still move and bite shit.
Man, this mud was tired, man. It was tired. It was
I
fighting.
was tired. Oh, okay.
It was fighting for 45 minutes.
Oh,
It was
okay. I was
good.
about to say, lose a limb. That's crazy. But yeah, I know you've been in the league for a minute, but trying to take it back to like your rookie year, maybe. What was your welcome to the NFL moment? Would you say, if you had one?
I mean, we on the podcast. So I don't want to get no viral podcast stories, but I got.
No, we want that. That's what we want. That's what we want.
But no, I got. I think really just my old heads in there. DJ Williams and Wesley Woodyard and Joe Mays. Like my welcome to the league moment was coming in and having been around guys that were so much older than me. Like I had just came from college with all the college guys, and now I'm the youngest guy in a veteran like room. So my welcome to the league moment was just getting adjusted to them, man. They would always have, you know how you make the rookies go do stuff like, hey, y'all go get us lunch before the plane or something like that. I would say, man, yeah, I was the number 2 pick. Y'all should be getting me lunch in here. and everybody busts out laughing. So I didn't have to go get. I just was making everybody laugh. So my welcome to the league moment was just being in a room with just so much like mature players in there, man, and had to get adjusted to it quick.
You feel like an old head now?
Oh man, you know it. When somebody when the player walk up to you and be like, "What's up, Unc?" I'll be like, "Unc."
Right.
But when you think about it, when I think about it, like I'm 12 years, 13 years older than some of these guys, man.
Right.
So definitely feel like it inside the locker room, but when we get on the football field, it doesn't feel like that for me at all. I've been on the football team since the 5th grade, so it's still football. Like some of the stuff that, because guys talk about different stuff. I'm 35 years old with 2 kids, so my life is a little bit different from a 22-year-old that just came in. I just like chilling, and they like turning up, but they keep me young. I like being in the locker room, man. I like being around the young guys.
How many more years you trying to play?
Man,
Till the wheels fall off?
No, not till the wheels fall off. So you got to time it right. You don't want to leave too early, but you definitely don't want to leave too late.
That's what I'm saying. I'm thinking the same thing in my head. I'm like, when am I going to stop playing? I'm going to do it on my time, but like not – if I'm getting locked up, I'm done. I'm done playing. Like
you don't want to walk away. You don't want to walk away, but you don't want to get kicked out either, though. You know what I'm saying? But it's been times where I got on my knees and I like prayed, like, God, please let me have a good game. Like, I want to get D1 scholarship. Like, please let me go to college. Then you go to college and you pray, like, I just want to go to the NFL. And you do all this praying, and then you get this blessing that we have. I don't want to just give it away like that. Like, I'm gonna go out on His timing. I think whenever He sends me that message, I'm not gonna question Him on it. But I still feel like I can go. I still feel it in my heart. But I don't think that ever goes anywhere. Anyway, I saw Cam say the other day. Cam Newton had said, in my heart, like I can still play football, but in my mind, it's like, a different story. But you always want to play football. You always feel like you got it. But right now, I still feel like I got some more years left.
Man, shit, keep going. Let's talk about some music now. You enjoy music?
Yeah, I love music.
Who is the most surprising artist in your playlist?
Man, I listen to a lot of shit. I got probably Lotto.
Lotto?
I wouldn't say that's surprising, but that album that she got, that mother go hard. She got a couple slappers in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What type of pregame music you listen to?
So I listen to. I'm an energy guy, so like I don't really like to listen to rap like all day, every day.
Right.
But sometimes you like need it, like in the locker room, getting ready for practice or working out. Like you need that, like
the beat.
You need that music. You need
Right.
that type of vibe. So we got a DJ with the Buffalo Bills, so he'll just come in and just play like.
Wait, DJ for
whatever.
what?
We got a DJ in the locker room, like
No way.
pregame. Yeah,
Oh,
Really?
Pregame.
yeah, in the locker room.
In the locker room, like just
Because y'all done had music. Y'all done had like the sound systems before. Like you done had like the speaker in there, and everybody want to be on the aux.
yeah.
So here we figured it out a long time ago. Like that's taken away from us focusing on winning. Like we need to bring somebody in here that just control the music and control the vibe. And we came up
Man,
with,
hold on. We need that
DJ in
shit.
there.
A
Yeah.
DJ in the locker room?
and
Yeah,
like when
that
you
is
know when
smart.
when you walk in the club, like a DJ can turn that energy
Yes,
up. Like he
bruh.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got a really good DJ. He turned the energy up and they get everybody going. And he got like it's like a show all the way up, leading to when coach break it down and he'll fade it out. And then when we go off for warm-ups, we come back in. Right when we coming in, he got the Phil Collins going. That's the one song that I gotta hear it before each and every game though. Since I was in college, that Phil Collins in the air tonight.
That
I
shit
gotta listen
bust.
to it.
I can
Yeah.
feel it.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that should be
Yeah.
hitting. I was just telling Isaac that, bro. That's one of the hardest. Like, if you want to do a real highlight tape, bro, you put that song on, it's fucking gonna go crazy.
Bro, for sure.
That's for sure legendary. For sure legendary.
What do you think about the Super Bowl halftime performance with Kendrick?
With Kendrick, I think it's dope. I mean, Kendrick he's had a big year, bro. He's had a big year. He was already popular before, but I think the beef with Drake and how he capitalized on that, it's a huge year for Kendrick. And I saw like the backlash for like Wayne and all that stuff. I love Wayne. Wayne is in my top 5, but I just feel like it's Kendrick year. It's Kendrick year. I see how Wayne can feel upset about that. It's New Orleans Super Bowl, like. You gotta have, but this haven't been the first Super Bowl in New Orleans,
Right.
and it never was, a rapper there or anybody like that from the city that did it. So I can see where the backlash come from. I'm a Wayne fan, but it's Kendrick year for sure.
Who do you think won the beef, Drake or Kendrick?
I mean, I think if you're just looking at it in a whole, like, it's no way like the boy he could lose though. It ain't no way Drake could lose. Like you can't.
I feel like
Yeah,
Drake
but-
has so much more to. You can roast him
Come
on
on,
so
you-
much more. His life is like for everyone to see.
Yeah, he can't.
It's like-
His life is for everyone to see, and at the same time, he can't lose. Like he ain't nobody. You ain't gonna stop him.
Right.
You ain't gonna. When Drake and Meek was beefing, like that kind of slowed his career down a little bit with Meek. You know what I'm saying? When he killed him on the beef, it kind of slowed his career down a little bit. But with Drake, it ain't no slowing him down. Like it just gonna make it made him bigger. Like it made them both bigger. So it's a friendly sparring match.
Yeah.
Kendrick took it though, but you can't. Drake, he unbeatable.
Unbeatable.
Relax. All right. Anyway, anyways, moving on. So I know you play with a lot of good players while you've been in the league. Who would you say only one is the best player you ever played with?
Man, I play with a lot of good ones. Like a lot of Hall of Famers that I've seen go in the Hall of Fame, from Champ Bailey, Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware,
You only get one. Like, this ain't
Deion Dawkins.
You get one.
Yeah.
I love D Ware. That's like my big brother. He's changed my life. But playing with Aaron Donald, like in his prime like that, like he's the best player that I ever played. If I just gotta pick one, so it's gotta be AD.
Can you just
Forgot about that. Yeah.
So Jared's on our team. He told us he would tell me a few stories of Aaron Donald. Give me one story of him, like his mindset of what made him different.
So I got a lot of stories because when I got there mid-season, you observe, and we coming to win a Super Bowl, so you just trying to see how it figure out, and it all went how AD at AD's pace, but you have walkthroughs and stuff. AD never lost a rep even in walkthrough. So if we going through walkthrough, he gonna blow up the play like he would, because if he let the offensive lineman block him or whatever, just so people can get their fit, it's really gonna mess it up because the linebackers, they not really gonna know where to fit because he gonna blow the play up. So you
Right.
got to fit off him blowing the play up. So he would go full speed, not full speed, but he would go faster than everybody else in all the walkthroughs. We could just be literally walking, and he got to win. He got to win. But his energy and his personality, bro, it was all business. Like he'll laugh and joke, like and clackle with you, and have fun. But it was all business. He was solely focused on winning the Super Bowl, man. That's all he needed on his legacy.
That's true.
You seen that video of him, Nimi, when he's in that Super Bowl against the Patriots, where he's pacing back and forth?
Yeah.
What
That's
the
my moment.
fuck?
Like, yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro. I love playing with AD, and it's crazy, man. That I'm with the Buffalo Bills now. I had a chance to go back to LA, and it just that was the hardest part, man. Like leaving AD, because it didn't matter if we didn't win a game. I knew if I played with AD, I would have so many sacks. I would get so many sacks. We would cause havoc, and we only played together for half a season. So if we played together for 3 more years, who knows what we could have did? But that was one of the hardest decisions that I made in my career was walking away from AD and the Los Angeles Rams.
All right, guys. I know football season is in full effect. We are already done with week 3. That was crazy plays, crazy touchdowns. I know you guys are so excited for everything that's been going on. I know you guys have all your fantasy lineups booked, ready to go. But me and my brother have an important message for you.
While you're over here making sure your fantasy team is dialed in, don't let your personal grooming become the reason why you're the guy that gets left on the bench. Let's be honest, nobody wants to fumble their grooming routine. That's where Manscaped's Performance Package 5.0 Ultra comes in, acting as your all-in-one grooming playbook. From keeping things sharp down below with Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra to taking care of your rogue nose and ears hairs with Weed Whacker 2.0. This is a lineup that will keep you looking and feeling like a champ on and off the field. As a young man, young adult, we've all had to trim down below, and everyone has experienced this once in their lifetime. A little mishap downstairs, a little cut, a little nick, and it just becomes an annoying irritation for the next week or so. And we all would like to avoid that. Thankfully,
have you had that happen to you before?
I have. Thankfully, Manscaped is out there to help you with that, and so we could avoid that happening in the future. With the all-in-one grooming kit, the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra is your complete grooming playbook. It handles everything from below-the-waist maintenance to taking care of your nose and ear hairs. Consider it your winning lineup, helping you feel clean, confident, and ready to dominate your fantasy league.
Join the over 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped and get ready for kickoff by heading over to manscaped.com. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code SBB20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping. Trust me, you'll be drafting the real MVP of grooming this season. Which Super Bowl run was more memorable for you? The one with the Broncos or the one in LA?
So they both like your kids, like you love them both. You love them both. But they're different. They're extremely different. I think with Denver, one with Peyton Manning, DeMarcus Ware, Coach Kubiak. Just that year was special. We won 9 games within 3 points or less that season. So hard fought the whole way through. I was a Super Bowl MVP of Super Bowl 50. And it was just like a special year. It was a special year. 2016 was a special year. I went on Dancing with the Stars and did all of this stuff off of the Super Bowl. Yeah. So that was a special one. And then winning it with AD at home at our stadium, at SoFi Stadium, with Matthew Stafford, and that was a beautiful year too. So I love them both, man. I love them both. Winning the Super Bowl MVP though, that's the cherry on top. So it had to be Super Bowl 50.
Yeah.
So
was that the year the Broncos had the number 1 offense where they were scoring?
They scored I don't know how many touchdowns.
Was that the year?
No, that was 2000. That was 2013. That was 2 years ago. So we went to 2 Super Bowls.
That's right. You guys lost to the Seahawks.
Yeah,
we lost to the Seahawks.
Oh yeah. Okay.
That was probably that honestly was probably one of the most historic offensive performances by that 2013 Broncos offense. We had 5 people with 10 touchdowns. 5 people with 10 touchdowns. Peyton Manning, he broke the passing. He broke the touchdown. The touchdown record broke so many records, and then got to the Super Bowl and You know what they say, offense versus defense. Defense wins championships, and
Damn.
you know the Legion of Boom. They went crazy that game, and then the first play of the game, it went over our head into it was a safety the very first play of the game. So we was kind of behind the ball, but had a lot of injuries too. But that Seahawks defense was crazy that year for sure.
Yeah, my receiver coach from the Bears, Tyke Tolbert, was receiver coach for the Broncos during that time, and he kept telling me stories about how great the offense was and everything. I was like,
Sure. Yeah, sure. We just had Sherman on the podcast. He said the offense was easy. He said they watched the film. They're like, this is how they doing all these points? Okay. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, they was coming down.
Hella touchdowns. Like, this shit ain't easy to put up touchdowns in the league.
Man, Cam Chancellor was coming down, he was killing, and they had Earl Thomas, and yeah, it was a crazy game for sure.
It was, bro. I remember watching that whole game. Who, this is a question you probably hate these questions because I low-key hate them too. But I gotta ask it. You gotta start, bench, and cut 3 of these players: Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, and Peyton Manning.
I knew y'all was gonna do that.
He knew it. Look.
First I would say it's just a game. I would get that disclaimer. First, it's just a game.
Right.
I love Peyton Manning all time. Love Peyton Manning to death. Matthew Stafford, love Matthew Stafford to death, man. And Josh Allen, that's my guy, man. So I think I got to start Josh Allen right now. Gotta bench Matthew Stafford, and I gotta cut Peyton Manning. But it's just a game, Peyton. It's just a game. I
Peyton,
love you.
trust me, he don't mean it. He wants to start you. He just can't say it. I'm gonna say it for him. He the best St. Brown podcast. He's gonna keep this shit real.
He changed the quarterback position, all of that.
Get the PC answer. Fuck the PC answer. Peyton, you're one of the best to ever fucking do it. He started you, Peyton. I promise.
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah, it's a tough question. I get it. Like, you don't want to get clickbaited and just.
No, that's all good.
I'll take care of you.
Yeah. What was the hardest hit you've ever taken or given? Like, I know you've been in the league, a defensive player, DN. You might have lit up some quarterbacks, or maybe you got cut block or hit, on a pick or something crazy.
I remember it vividly. It was Chris Ivory. He played for the Jets at the time. I was playing outside linebacker in 3-4 at the time, and we was running this cover 2. We was running this cover 3 defense, and I had like the curl flat, dropped out to the curl just right under the numbers, and they dumped it off to Chris Ivory like a little flat route, and it was just me and him right there on the sideline, and he could have easily just ran out of bounds, but he lowered his head, and I came across, and his helmet just hit me like on the side of my head, man. He hit me so hard. Like, and then, at the time you got concussions and you got all type of stuff, and you got to go into concussion protocol. So I like when it hit me, it just like, bro, I got up and I was like wobbly, and I just took a knee. I just took a knee real fast. Like, that hit was like super crazy. I'd never forget it. Chris Ivory for sure.
What year was that?
That was 2014. That was 2014.
Hey,
and then
I wanted to go ahead.
And then just joking around, I was on the sideline just joking around because everybody in the defense saw this play. And, Revis, he had left already. I think he was playing with the Bucks. But they still had a number 24 out there. So I was talking to Akeem to leave and like Chris Harris on the sideline. I was like, damn. Revis them got small. And they looked at me, they said, oh yeah, you need to get checked out, bro. You need to get checked out. You need to get checked out, bro. You need to get checked out.
That's funny. Do you have a sack celebration? Like when you get a sack?
So when I first got into the league, like, and it was racking up sacks, I had all type of dances and stuff. And you have like whatever the hottest dance phase is, you go through hit them folks to the nays and you know what I'm saying, all of this stuff. And like, as I've gotten older and you get up higher on the sack list, it's like every single sack is like this huge accomplishment. Like every time I get a sack, I'm passing a Hall of Fame player. Like I was just tied with Dwight Freeney, and I just tied Derek Thomas now. And if I get another sack, I'll pass Derek Thomas. So these sacks now, it's like these moments are so big that I don't really just want to like water it down with like a dance. I do like the soccer celebration. I like to take up the whole field, like run down the whole field. Hopefully it's on like, if it's on third down, we get off the field, I can do it. Fourth down, the last 2 sacks I had were on fourth down, so I can use the whole field, just run and do like a little soccer celebration. But But no, I don't. I like to now. It's just those monumental sacks, and I just try to take up the whole field with the celebration. But before, when I was young, I used to dance and do all this stuff.
You a big soccer guy?
I pay attention to soccer. I like this. I like their celebrations. I'm a fan of soccer for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Me too. Who's your favorite player?
I mean, I've seen Messi play in person. I like Messi a lot. I met him too. I haven't seen Ronaldo in person. I've seen him on TV and YouTube and all that stuff. But watching Messi in person, like seeing him move and he's surrounded, like he had 3 guys on him, and he was able to just like break that contain with a ball, like, and using his feet just so quick and sudden. Like, it was amazing. It was amazing for sure. I gotta go with Messi.
Bro, his control is nuts. Like, this shit stuck to his foot. I'm like, what the fuck?
Mm-hmm.
So you think Messi's better than Ronaldo? That's your.
I think it's no. I think. I mean, they're like. I mean, it's like 2 great guys in the NBA. It's like you can create an argument either way. It's like the Kobe, LeBron, and LeBron Jordan conversation. They all good. You know, they all good in their own way. But if I had to pick between Ronaldo and Messi, I'll go with Messi. Messi though.
What about Jordan, LeBron?
See, I watch LeBron. I watch LeBron and I watch Jordan. Like, I'm old enough to remember
Jordan,
them both.
bro. It's Jordan.
Remember them both. I like Jordan, but I think over time, if they had the same amount of time, I think LeBron would be bigger than Jordan. You know, throughout their whole entire legacy and their whole entire like lifespan, like I think it'd be LeBron. Just by the day and age that we in.
What do you mean bigger? I'm talking about like who's better, like when they're playing their prime.
I had to
Jordan.
go.
No, not in their prime. That's career.
No,
not
fuck career, bro. This nigga LeBron played for 20 years.
Exactly.
I'm going with Bron.
That's longevity. I'm talking about prime Jordan, nigga. Ain't nobody better.
No,
I'm going with Bron.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Man.
He knows ball. I know some of you guys out there might be business owners or young entrepreneurs. Me and my brother are actually starting a business right now. And I know it's annoying to try to find the right people to hire, to vet them and make sure, you know, they're right for you. Thankfully, there's a place you can go to for help, ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter does all the work for you and makes hiring fast and easy.
And right now, you can try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/St. Brown. There's actually plenty of features that ZipRecruiter offers. But one of my favorite features is a smart technology that identifies top talent for your roles quickly. So immediately after you post your job, ZipRecruiter's powerful matching technology starts showing you qualified people for it in an instant. Experience faster, easier hiring with ZipRecruiter. 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try it for free at this exclusive web address, ZipRecruiter.com/St. Brown. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/St. Brown. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Which player or coach has had the biggest impact on your life, whether off the field or on the field?
I got a lot of respect for coaches, man. Like, you know, when you first start, it's like with your parents. Like when you growing up with your parents, it's one point in your childhood where you feel like you smarter than your parents. Like, have you ever had that? Like, it's you. I think it's you in the 7th grade, 8th grade, and they ask you to do something, and it's like you get that idea, like, I'm smarter than whoever it is telling me this. And I felt like that early in my career, like in college and high school and stuff. You feel like, but then over time, you earn this respect for their job. Like, they got a hard job and they're away from their family all day, and you coming up here and you coaching kids and you telling them to do the same thing over and over and over and over. They've been watching you and they know exactly what you need to do to be better, and you keep telling them what to do and they keep doing it the other way. Like, I couldn't coach, man. I'm in the locker room with these guys, you know, so I already know like how tough it get. I can't coach. I got a lot of respect for coaches, but the coach that had the biggest influence on my life would probably have to be Joe Cons at Texas A&M. Joe Cons, Richard Smith. Richard Smith was my coach with the Denver Broncos my first 4 years, and I think Coach McDermott, he does a great job. Coach McVay, I love Coach McVay, and Coach Kubiak for sure. All 5 of those coaches had a huge influence on my life for sure.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
So we've been asking people this season, what's like the hottest food take like that would, have people pointing their guns at you, like saying you're crazy? Like, you have a food take that everyone disagrees with, but you feel is true?
With food,
Yeah.
uh, like with unhealthy food or like processed food or
Anything. Like, we had someone
Like-
say Italian food is overrated. Like whatever you
Or
want.
like, do you eat mayonnaise on? Do you not like mayonnaise? Do you eat mayonnaise with a certain type of food? Do you put ketchup on anything?
no, my diet. I'm pretty straight on my diet. I don't eat candy. I think I don't eat candy at all. Like, I might have a soda every now and then, and I might have a cookie too. But really, those are my only cheat. I'm pretty good with the food though. I like I think I will say Caribbean food is the best food though. I would say Caribbean is the best food in my opinion.
What do you think
I
of
like-
Asian food?
I think Asian food is cool too. It depends. It really depends. I like, Asian food. I like all types. I'm from Texas, bro, so we get all type of stuff there.
They eat everything
Okay.
out there.
I also I'm reading on these questions here that you're into NFTs. Like, are you still into that? I know it kind of fell off. It was hot for a minute. It kind of fell off. Like, are you still into that or no?
I still got all of my NFTs in my wallet. I haven't sold anything. I've been squatting, waiting for the market to come back up. But I got some Bored Apes. I got some
Bored
Crypto
Apes.
Punks. Crypto Punks. I got a little bit of everything. When it was hot, like I had a little bit of everything. I just saw like this clip on Instagram about Justin Bieber's Bored Ape. He bought a Bored Ape for I think 1.8 million, and it's worth 40,000 now. So the market's really down right now.
I mean, just keep holding that sucker.
It's
Shit
been
might
down
go
for a
up.
long time, huh? It's been down for a minute, huh?
It's been down for like 2 years. It'll come back up though. When crypto comes back up, then the NFTs will come back up.
What do you think of Bitcoin?
I'm a huge believer in Bitcoin. I think that's the future. I got a little bit of everything. You gotta diversify, but I think it's the future for sure. Like it's
Bitcoin.
the world gonna come around to it, and we just gotta be early whenever it does. You can't put your whole life. You can't put your whole life over there, but it's good to diversify and be over there just in case it blow up.
Just in case. You heard him.
Yeah.
So we ask most our guests that have played football to build their perfect position, their perfect player. If you had to build your perfect edge rusher, I'm gonna give you like 5 traits. You can just say any player from past, present, future, whatever.
Yep.
But I got 5 traits, so I can repeat them for you if you want. Creativity, size, hands, get off, and power.
I would have to do Greg Rousseau's size.
That boy is big as shit. He's like what, 6'7"?
He all is 6'7". I would do Greg Rousseau's size. I would do probably I'd probably do Myles Garrett, power. And what was the other one? Size.
Hands, get off, and creativity.
I would do Micah Parsons, get off.
Okay.
I would do.
Most people say you have the best get off they've ever seen, but
I thought
you're
you
a
were gonna say yourself.
humble man for not saying yourself. Respect.
I was gonna do myself on creativity, but
Okay. Oh, too soon.
but I take that off. I put Chandler Jones. I like Chandler Jones' creativity. When he was rocking, like some of the stuff that he was doing was crazy. Chandler Jones' creativity, and I do Aaron Donald's hands.
Oh, that's a nasty piece. He didn't even
That's
know
the
him from back in the
prototypical
day
DN.
either.
Yep.
I like that. Just straight new school shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. I like that. Okay. So yeah, you already mentioned you grew up in Texas. What was that like? I know people say Texas has the best football. We all know it's California, but what was it like?
You don't believe that?
Yeah, come on, bro. We don't have to go into
Anyways,
this.
Yeah, I don't believe that.
Like, come on, everyone knows. What was it like? Playing football in Texas, and then going to A&M. What was recruiting like out there in Texas? Like, let the fans.
Yeah, it was. Texas is all about football, all about the Dallas Cowboys. My first memory of falling in love with football would have to be I probably was like 5 or 6, and I heard my dad scream in the room. Like he like screamed. I never heard him make this noise in my life. I'm only like 5 or 6 years old, and I hear my dad scream, and I run back there, and I'm looking at him, and he like looking at the TV, like screaming that the Cowboys had just scored or something. And at that moment, it was like I looked at the screen and I saw the Dallas Cowboys up there in the star, and I looked at my dad, and at that moment, that core memory was just like formed in my mind that I want to play football to make my dad scream like that for me. Like, have y'all seen In and Out? Have y'all seen Inside Out?
I
I
have.
have. I have the first one.
The
Yeah.
Pixar movie, you know how she had the core memories and like sadness, and
Yeah.
so
yeah,
that core memory was formed, and like my life was on that path from that point forward.
That's
That's
dope.
a good correlation between the movie. I like that.
That felt that like made me fall in love with football. Football is huge in Texas. We at DeSoto, we ran the same offense to defense from 7th grade all the way up until like my senior year is like feeder from the junior high school to the freshman campus to the JV to the varsity. We've been running the same thing, been playing football with these guys for the longest. Huge football program in Texas, just like all the other huge ones in Texas. Fell in love with Texas A&M. That was the very first game that I went to. I had my cousin, he committed to Oklahoma State, and his first game as a freshman was at Texas A&M. So it was a short drive from Dallas. Drove up there, saw the Aggies. They stood up the whole entire game, like yelling, and the Aggies beat the shit out the Oklahoma State Cowboys. They beat the shit out of them, and I had fell in love with Texas A&M at that moment. And they offered me like 2 years later, and it was a wrap. I had already been there. I had already seen it. I did want to go to Texas though. I wanted to go to Texas and USC. Never got an offer from those guys. This was like this was like in that time where Reggie Bush was going off and Vince Young was going off.
Right.
I was in high school, so I wanted to go to either one of those schools. Didn't get an offer from those guys. Went to Texas A&M, and it was one of the best decisions that I made.
Who else was on that team? That A&M. You were way before Johnny, right?
Yeah, I was right before Johnny. We had Ryan Tannehill.
Oh yeah, Tannehill. That's right.
Yeah, Ryan Tannehill, Gerard Johnson. He's the quarterback. He's the quarterback coach for the Houston Texans now. But we had Gerard Johnson and Ryan Tannehill. Yeah, those were the guys that y'all remember from that squad. We had some guys go in the league, but those are the big name guys for sure.
Yeah, you and your pops are close.
Super close. Just like y'all close with y'all daddy. Like I saw that clip with y'all was talking with y'all daddy, and he was talking about your mom had the big toe and the chin and all that. Like that's how me and my dad is. Like we super close, just like that.
That's what's up, man. Did he train you, or were you just more on your own? Was your dad like?
My dad trained them to the mental side of it. Like he only missed like 4 or 5 games because he had to work. My mom has never missed a game that I've ever played in.
Still to this day.
Still to this day.
That's what's up, man.
It didn't matter if it was college. It didn't matter if we played in Hawaii. I always had somebody there. But yeah, my dad, he always coached the mental side. He didn't get out there and like show me. He's 30 years older than me, so he was like he didn't get out there and show me. But as far as like the mental side of it, like he coached me up on that from day one. I remember coming home and like, Dad, like I want to play this position. I ain't get enough shine. People don't see me. And another core memory he told me, it was like, hey, as long as you're the best, you can't hide talent. Just go out there and be the best. And that was another thing that was for me. And from my freshman year of high school all the way up until my senior year in college, I played a different position. Damn. All the way up. And then when I got in the league, I played a different defense all the way up until probably my 3rd year in the league. So had like a lot of changeover, and it always stuck with me. No matter what, I'm gonna be the best that I possibly can. Whether it's rushing the pass or setting the edge or playing 6 technique, I just try to be the best. I don't want to play 6 though. I don't want to get in there and wrestle with those guys, but I'll do it if I got to. I do it for the team.
Yeah. That draft class, that 2011 draft class was nuts. What was it? You, Cam,
Marcel
AJ
Darius,
Green,
Pat Peterson,
Julio,
Tyron Smith, JJ Watt.
Where do you rank that class?
It's number 1
ever.
Number 1 ever. The only one that can rival with that is the class with Peyton Manning and Charles Woodson and those guys. That's the only one that can rival with that class. Like, just look at it. It's not even a hot take. Like,
right.
It's not even an argument.
Hold on.
Like,
so let's look at it. AJ Green, Pat Pete, Julio Jones, Alden
JJ
Smith,
Watt,
Tyron Smith, JJ Watt, Mike Pouncey, Cam Jordan. Oh my God, Cam was out with that. Mark Ingram,
Cameron
Hayward.
Yeah.
That is
we had Justin Smith. We had Justin Houston. He went in the 2nd round. Richard Sherman was in that class too.
Sherm was in that. Oh my god.
Yeah. It's not even an argument, you know. They like to get on podcasts and have these hot takes. That's
Right.
It's facts. Just look at it.
That's facts, huh? How close were you and Cam
Cam
Newton?
Yeah. So we weren't close, and we weren't close. But I think as I've gotten older and I've grown, like, you know, I just got a whole lot of respect for him, and you know, I'm a fan. I'm a fan in Cam. I think whenever you playing and he's the number 1 pick and I was the number 2 pick, and we played in the Super Bowl, and the outside world just try to put y'all against each other, you know.
Right.
And I kind of played into that for a little bit, because I needed that. I needed to play into that. Like, for me to play my best football on the field, I had to, like, you know, you play those mind tricks in your head. Like, I had to, like, play that mind. He went number 1. I should have went number 1. Like, they just needed a quarterback. You know, you gotta play that type of mind game. But after you remove yourself and you really, like, look at the perspective, it's just football. Like, life is so much bigger than that. And if I had, like, kids and they wanted to be a quarterback, like, I wouldn't mind pointing them in that direction. Or, like, look at Cam, like, one of the best quarterbacks to play. Like, those that 4 or 5 year span that he had, like, he was the best quarterback in the league, MVP, like Superman, like jumping over guys, dabbing on guys. Like, it was incredible. He had an incredible run.
Yeah,
This is true. This is true.
I feel that.
Yeah. So you call Greg Rousseau a top 5 edge rusher. Like, what makes him top 5 in your opinion?
For, like, what I said before, his size is just something that you can't repeat. It's something that you can't replicate. You just got to be born with it, or you're not. His length that he has, like, he's the same size as the offensive lineman. Like, he can just push those guys off and, like, moving around. And then he also has pass rush moves too. He can do all the finesse moves, all the power moves. He's intelligent. Knows formations. He can be able to predict what the offense is going to do. And each and every snap, really, he just gets better and better and better. And I sit in the room with him. I sit right next to him, and, you know, I look at myself and I look at his game as just things that I just would never be able to do because of his size and what he's been given, you know, genetically.
Right.
And it's things that I can do that he can do. But as far as, like, the length and the arm over and all that stuff, like, I just wasn't born with that.
So a lot of you guys probably wonder what we do during our off days in the NFL. Our off days are usually on Tuesdays for most teams. If you're playing on Sunday, your off day is usually on a Tuesday, unless you got a Monday night game, whatever it is. So kind of different from most, you know, normal jobs where you usually have weekends off. We have Tuesdays off. So actually last week, you know, the concert wasn't on Tuesday, it was on Thursday, but I actually went to the Usher concert. It was amazing. Got great seats using Game Time. What I loved about it was when I was using Game Time, it fluffed out all the, you know, crappy deals. It just got all the incredible deals. Got great seats, was right next to Usher, didn't waste any time searching through thousands of tickets. So being able to use Game Time to go to the Usher concert, it was amazing. It was my second concert this year. Went to Chris Brown one earlier, but I was up close and personal. He had rollerblades. He did everything. I mean, he put on a show, and Big Sean came out too, which was sick because, you know, everyone has to bring out special guests, and he brought out Big Sean. Whole Detroit was rocking. So that concert was lit, man.
I personally use Game Time to get a ticket to the season opener for the New Orleans Pelicans. I actually have a old Notre Dame friend who's on the team, and he told me to come to the first game. And I said, don't worry about it. I'll get my own tickets because I know Game Time has the best deals. I actually used a super deal to get a great deal. And one of my favorite features actually is, you know, on the app, you can see the view you get on the seats you buy. So you know beforehand going into the game, you're not going to be stuck with a shitty view because on some other websites, you can't really tell what the view is going to be like. You can only see where you're going to sit, and you can only make an assumption. This way I don't have to assume. I know what I'm going to see, what I'm going to get for what I pay for. And I know if something comes up, I could cancel at any time and no hassles and get my money back. So everyone out there, go use Game Time for your upcoming sports, events, concerts, anything. Game Time is the way to go.
Take the guesswork out of buying concert tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code St. Brown for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code STBROWN for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game Time.
No, I was wondering, like, are you a fan of any other, you know, young pass rushers? I know my brother plays with a good pass rusher. Are there any young guys coming in the league nowadays that you're a big fan of, that you like their game?
Yeah, I like a lot of guys, man. I think, one of my favorite guys to watch is Max Crosby. I like the way he plays the game. Michael Parsons, love Michael Parsons too. Brian Burns is crazy. Like if you just watch him, Spider-Man, he can do all that stuff out there. I like the guys over at Seattle, of course. Not Seattle, but the Steelers, TJ Watt. And they got I think it's 48 and 51. They got a lot of pass rushers that I'm fans of. I'm sorry if I missed y'all names, but I love y'all over at the Steelers though. Like they got a lot of pass rushers over there. And then my guys over with the Broncos too. Jonathan Cooper and Nick Benito and all of those guys. And I'm forgetting my other guy, Baron Browning. He's good over there too. So I'm a fan of all the great pass rushers in the league, man. For sure.
Have you gone against Penei Sewell?
I have.
What do you think of him?
I think he's solid. I always struggle with the smaller offensive linemen. Not necessarily like size-wise. I'm talking about height-wise. Like if I'm going against somebody that's 6'7" or 6'6", it's easy for me to like get under those guys and use leverage or like play below, the waist. But he's not short, but he's not as tall as the tallest offensive lineman. And he can move with you.
Man, he can move with you. Athletic as hell.
He's athletic with you. He can move with you. He can go foot to foot with you. He's patient. He can sit on the power. He can play the finesse game. He changes up his sets. Like he's a good player for sure.
He's a beast, bro. There's a rumor that you live with Johnny Manziel. Is that true?
So in 2016, I spent a lot of time with Johnny Manziel. That's my guy. I spent a lot of time with Johnny Manziel in 2016. Yep, in LA.
Okay. So you lived with Johnny Manziel.
I wouldn't say we lived together, but I spent a lot of time with Johnny for sure.
So you live with Johnny Manziel.
Might as well we can say I live with Johnny Manziel. That's my guy though for sure. I love Johnny on and off the football field. Like that's my Aggie brother. And we've been, even though we didn't play together, we always been close since he was at Texas A&M, and I'm always been a fan of Johnny for sure.
Right.
Let's go. I like him too. He's a good player.
I met him. Where did I meet him? I think I met him out at the club. Boy, cool as hell.
He cool, man. He cool, man, for sure.
Yeah. So if you had to pick, let's say your Super Bowl 50 Broncos and your Super Bowl 56 Rams were playing against each other, who do you think would win?
I think the Broncos would win that. That defense that we had, even though that other defense that we had, you got Aaron Donald, Leonard Floyd, Greg Gaines, Jalen Ramsey. You had myself. Was solid over there. I'm just looking at the defense in 2015 that we had going against the Los Angeles Rams. So like we had the no-fly zone. Cooper Kupp, and Matthew Stafford. It wouldn't be enough for that defense. And then on offense, they would definitely make plays because our offensive line wasn't the best that year. We had lost a lot. We had lost a lot of offensive linemen due to injury that year. So I can see Aaron Donald like going crazy on those guys. And Ryan Harris was a right tackle. I would kill Ryan Harris. Like I would kill Ryan Harris. I would kill Ryan Harris. So I think it would be a close game for sure. But I would ride with that 2015 team too. That was a good question. I never thought about that though.
And I know you won the Super Bowl with the Rams in LA. What was like the post? If you could say it on here, what was like post celebration like? In LA?
Yeah, that shit was probably turned.
Yeah, what was that like?
It was incredible. It's nothing like. So when you win the Super Bowl, it creates this addiction to want it again and again and again. If you never went to the Super Bowl, like going to the playoffs is one thing. Winning the playoff championship is one thing. Going into the AFC championship or the NFC championship and winning that is one thing too. But when you win the Super Bowl, it's only one team that can walk away at the end of the season and just like take a deep breath and say, we did it. Everybody else going home sad or like disappointed in some form or fashion. You could have had a great year, but if you don't win the Super Bowl, it puts like a little damper on that year. And, winning the Super Bowl, you the champs that whole summer, really that whole year until it's another Super Bowl champ. Like you the champs for a whole year. And the type of opportunities that's presented, like, just because people want to be around the champs, like you the champions of the world, like so you can do whatever. The first Super Bowl we won Dancing with the Stars. The the year after that, went on tour with Drake. Like all of that stuff came from like winning the Super Bowl. So winning the Super Bowl, it just opens up so many opportunities, man. It's fun. It's fun to walk around and everybody calling you champ, and you got the Lombardi. Like it ain't nothing like it. Like, and you would never be able to like, because you can't miss something that you never had. So once you like feel it, it like create like this addiction that if you can't get back there, it's like a disappointment when it like the first 4 years my first 4 years in the league, we went to one Super Bowl, lost, went out in the playoffs, first round those other 2 times, and like it was like no big deal. It wasn't until we won the Super Bowl where it was like, damn, like I got to go back here again. So in 2016, we didn't make the playoffs. 17 didn't make the playoffs. 18 didn't make the playoffs. It was like, damn, like I got to get back there. So then when I got traded to the Rams, it was like, okay, like I got another shot at it. Like I got another shot to go to the Super Bowl, and we ended up winning it again. And it just creates this addiction to winning and success. It's nothing like the Super Bowl. It's nothing like the Super Bowl.
That boy Tom Brady got addicted.
They got 7. They
know
got
he was
7.
addicted.
Really could have had 9. He really could have had 9, but he got 7 Super Bowls.
Hey, I gotta ask. So I'm from Orange County. We're from Orange County. I went to school. I went to SC, so it's in LA. We 50 minutes from LA. We know there's a lot to do in LA. The fans, what were the Rams fans like compared to the Broncos fans when you won? Because I know in LA, if you're not winning, I don't know how the fans react. Like they might not come to the games. Now, if you're winning, it might be a little different. So when you won in LA versus Denver, how did the fans react?
So, LA, you got a lot of teams there. You got a lot of stars.
You got
there.
so much
like,
shit to do. It's like
people like kind of like desensitized a little bit to like winning in championships. You got the Lakers and the Kings. It's kind of like when you win a Super Bowl there, it's just like, all right, cool, no big deal. In Denver, it was like a holiday, like we had 1 million plus people out there, like the whole city orange, like everybody, you got people crying, like it was like a holiday. LA, it was just like, another Super Bowl. Like, another Super Bowl. The parade, they had the lights, red lights and stuff. Like when it was in Denver, it was kind of like, we shutting the city down for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
LA is a little bit different though. They kind of like desensitized to winning in stars and stuff.
Man, that's what I figured. I was like, bro, if USC won another national championship, I don't know how. I mean, the SC fans would be happy, but I don't know how the city would react. Like, it wouldn't be.
In Detroit,
it wouldn't be
I'll
like
tell you
Michigan.
this. In Detroit, if y'all win the Super Bowl, like they're gonna shut down the whole city of Detroit, because historically y'all haven't been good, and now like y'all got a super talented team, one of the best teams in the league with a real shot to go to the Super Bowl and win it. So if y'all win the Super Bowl, Detroit is gonna show out. Like Detroit
Crazy, bro. Like
Detroit gonna show out. The same way with the Bills. Like if we win a Super Bowl, like it's gonna go down in history. They're gonna have statues of all the players on their Super Bowl team, and the same with Detroit. You know, we got those same fan bases that's like yearning for like big time success like that. And
bro, dying for it.
Those small markets that that have a chance to win the Super Bowl, those fans go crazy for stuff like that. Number one, we went to 4 Super Bowls. I think it's harder to go to 4. I think it's harder to go to 4 Super Bowls and lose than to win a Super Bowl. They went to 4 Super Bowls straight and lost.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like that'll never be done again. They went to 4 Super Bowls in a row.
I did not know that.
And lost 4 years. Lost 4 years in a row. The Buffalo Bills killed the early 90s. Like they had Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Bruce Smith, Andre Reed, like, Don Beebe. They had so many like iconic players on that one team, Hall of Fame players on that one team. So they had a lot of success. Just wasn't able to get over the hump.
Right. That's crazy. Well, shit. That's all we got for you, Von. We appreciate your time, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
It was a great episode. You spoke more than I even thought, man. You're Smart guy, bro.
Man, I appreciate y'all having me, man. I've been a fan of you guys, man. You know, Joby's my agent, man.
Yes, sir.
Been a fan of you guys for a long time, man. You know, I seen the podcast with y'all dad, man. Y'all family remind me so much of my family and my brothers, man. Y'all always got a fan in me, man. If y'all ever need me for anything, man, y'all got it, man. I got you guys, man. Just give me a call, man, and I'll get it done for you guys, man. Huge fan of you guys, man. Wish y'all nothing but the best.
Appreciate it,
man.
bro. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you guys.